For Imus in the Morning, I'm John Watanabe on your home for Inland Empire 66ers baseball, AM 1050 and KCAA radio.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, Imus in the Morning.
Well, it's up 5 minutes after the hour here in the Imus Morning program, the final 2 hours of the 22nd annual radiothon for the Imus Cattle Ranch Kids with Cancer, the TCF, and the CJ Foundation. I just happened to check my emails, which I hadn't done all morning.
Yeah.
So if you want to contribute money to the radiothon, you need to call 1-888-284-IMUS-4687, not email me. But it's fine, but Dom Camera, who's a big advertising guy, I think he handles all the Fox accounts. I think he's the guy who screwed us on the advertising, by the way, here recently. Figured, well, Imus is on Fox, why do we need to buy any time? But at any rate, he's donated $5,000 in Charles' name.
Wow.
And God, I love you to death, but enough of trying to get your attention and I'm trying to get you to play the piano. And then you're sitting there squiggling and making Jesus, God almighty, stop. Just stop the madness. Anyway.
That's what he's doing.
So, anyway.
Don't start this now. Don't give me what Colin is going to be getting in just starting Monday morning.
Well, what is he going to get?
Well, you know exactly what he's going to get. He's going to get this crap that you have seen that I've been getting for 35 freaking years. That's what he's going to get.
Well,
and I'm sick of it. I just want you to know I'm sick of it, and I'm going to be damn glad to be going down to Arkansas because I'm not going to have to sit here and stare at that freaking frame of yours. For God's sake, enough already. Stop eating voodoo food. Eat something that requires silverware, a knife and a freaking fork. Look at you. For God's sake, you look like Phyllis Diller. I'm on a Q-tip. What the hell? You look like Brokaw stuck his huge Q-tip in those boots. Eat something, for crying out loud. You look... This is the set of the Fox Business Network, not House. My God, it's a consumption board. Jesus. Grasso was absolutely right when he said free at last because I got 2 more hours. Thank God Almighty, 2 more hours. Back off and pay attention to your own life. How about that? How about just trying it?
Well, okay.
Jesus, God, he looks like a pipe cleaner. Phil Spector wants his hair back. How about that? Holy Lord.
I don't know. Let me remind you of something. Were it not for me, you'd have been reading News That Wins for $200,000 a year for the past 30 years.
You know, you're right. And believe me, I understand that.
We're going to miss Charles a lot. Connell's going to take over on Monday.
How about this?
And he'll make. He's not going to replace Charles because no one can. So,
can I play something?
But he's going to make a futile attempt to try.
Can I play something?
In a second. Just. Coming up on Monday, by the way, Kenky Friedman will be here. Jamie Johnson is coming in to sing with the Oak Ridge Boys and the Blind Boys of Alabama. They will all three be here together. It's 8 minutes after the hour. We're well over $600,000 in the final 2 hours of the 22nd annual. You can play.
I'm going to sing.
You're a wonderful pianist.
I'm going to sing.
Yeah. Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, hang on a second.
Okay.
We're in the final 2 hours of the radiothon. Call 1-888-284-IMUS-4687. You can donate $1,000 in Charles' name, as Matthew Hilsick did. He's a thieving little publicist who I pay an enormous amount of money to do what? Nothing. And Dom Cameron is an old friend of ours. Dom used to be the sales manager at WNBC Radio back in the old days and used to come in at 6 o'clock in the morning and write spots on the log to get around the time requirement. And he's been a great friend all these years. So they both are going to be linked forever with Charles for their names. They're emblazoned in a book in the library in the Imus Cattle Ranch Kids with Cancer out in Rivera, New Mexico. It's 9 minutes after the hour. Is there any big news going on? Do you want to?
Yes, there is, as a matter of fact. The latest on, on the bin Laden thing. Just quickly, the headlines. A senior Pakistani intelligence official says Osama bin Laden was, in his words, cash-strapped you can believe that, in his final days, and that Al-Qaeda had split into two factions, with the larger one controlled by the group's number 2 guy, the eye doctor, Ayman al-Zawahiri, who they also may or may not take down here in the days just ahead. And Pakistan is interrogating the 3 wives of Osama who were in the compound during the U.S. raid that killed him. Pakistani official says CIA has not been given access to those women. And also from this treasure trove of intelligence data, what?
We're not running a brothel here.
No.
I see what
they
you
would
mean.
like to interrogate these people.
I see.
And then it was revealed that in the incipient stages was this plan to try to strike the U.S. rail system to coincide with the 10th anniversary of 9/11.
I heard Cavuto talking about that last night.
Yeah.
Said he had his hair on fire there on TV. Yeah. They're going to attack the trains. It is 10 minutes after the hour. In the final 2 hours of the 22nd annual radiothon for the Imus Cattle Ranch Kids with Cancer, the TCF, and the CJ Foundation for SIDS this half hour, sponsored by Lindemood Bell Learning Processes, celebrating their 25th anniversary, dedicated to, you know what they do? They teach these kids with autism and other kids with all kinds of learning attention deficit and all that sort of thing. Teach them to read, and they make magnificent progress and strides, and it's remarkable what they do. So, well, here's Charles now. What are you going to play for us?
It's for you, I-Man. For the I-Man. Thanks. I can't sing, but I'm going to.
Well, why try to sing?
Thanks for the memories of Bernie and of Lou. Rob and Tony, too. I had a ball with Billy Song. All laughs, no tears, no doubt. But now, everybody, it's just get out.
11 minutes after the hour, time for sports. Sports sponsored by Peerless Ballers. And here with that is Warner Wolf. Good morning, Warner.
Good morning, man. You know those 5 songs Charles just played? Mm-hmm. Those were my favorite songs. Broadcasting from the Small Business Authority Studios, NBA. What about these Lakers, man?
This is great news, man.
Not only down 2 games to none, but Ron Artest suspended for tonight's Game 3 in Dallas for clotheslining J.J. Barea in Game 2 with 24 seconds left.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Andrew Bynum has publicly criticized his own teammates, telling the media, "We don't trust each other." Here was Magic Johnson on those comments.
Andrew Bynum, after the game, making comments. No, you don't do that to the press. You go into the locker room this morning and say to the guys, hey, we don't trust each other. What's going on? You don't do that in the press. You do that in the players-only meeting.
Well, he just did it. Baseball, Joe Girardi benched both A-Rod and Jeter, although he says he was resting them. And the Tigers beat the Yanks 6-3 and take 3 out of 4. And the Angels had 18 hits, beat the Red Sox 11-0. And longtime Maryland coach Gary Williams is retired after 33 years.
Good, get out.
He says he will join Charles McCord in Arkansas.
Warner Wolf here with Sports Tonight. Somebody bring on the final 2 hours of the radiothon, 22nd annual radiothon for the Imus Cattle Ranch. Why are you laughing?
Because you say something into the intercom, and then you hear the results of it about 10 seconds later.
I was just saying to the intercom, I just don't want to hear from Magic Johnson. I mean, I've got nothing to... I mean, we just don't have time to hear from that dope. He's a nice guy and all that. It's fine, but I mean, just enough with Magic Johnson. It is 13 minutes after the hour. They're in the Imus Morning program. Again, this half hour is sponsored by Lindemood Bell. The number to call is 1-888-284-IMUS 4687. You can text the word IMUS to 20222 on your cell phone. Make an automatic $10 donation. You can go to IMUS.com and look at all of the auction items. There's a bunch of neat stuff. We talked to Dwight Yoakam earlier this morning. I didn't realize he stopped making an electric guitar that he plays.
Either did he.
Huh?
Either did he, apparently.
So I got to sell it back to him.
Yeah.
But he's a good old boy. Been a friend of mine for years. And he's a great friend of Kinky Friedman as well. And so you can bid on that. Now, Robin Brown, who runs this Bidding for Good, he convinced me to lower the bid on a bunch of this stuff. So I'm not lowering the bid on the Pete Rose Paul Hornung baseball. Now he had a bid for $100,000, but then the guy bid the $100,000. He bought something else, right? So now bought the Yankee package, right? So now the baseball's up for grabs again. $100,000, of course, goes to the Imus Cattle Ranch, gives the cancer. If you don't want the baseball, then I'm going to keep it. I'll auction it off at the because it's too valuable. Isn't that right, Warner?
Absolutely, man. Two of the biggest athletes of all time.
I mean, come on here. Quarter after the hour. Who do you like in the Kentucky Derby on Saturday?
Well, I liked Uncle Mo, named after my old Uncle Moses, but he may be scratched, so I'd have to go with...
Like your Uncle Mo is scratched. It's quarter after the hour here at the Imus Morning Program. Who do you like now?
Macho Mucho Man.
All right, please welcome to the Imus Morning Program now our old friend Larry King. Morning, Larry.
Morning, Soupy. So here we are for the 22nd year, the annual Imus Radiothon. You know, it's hard to get money out of people, even for a good cause like the Imus Ranch. I should know. I hosted the Chabad telethon last August. There I was, busting my kishkas for 24 hours like Jerry Lewis, trying to inspire pledges from Episcopalians in the Midwest, sitting in their dens going, Chabad, isn't that the Jewish bread with the big knot on it? One of the things I like about the Imus fundraising is no gratuitous entertainment value, aside from Van Sideburns here. No Maury Amsterdam, no Marty Allen, no Jan Murray, or for that matter, Bob Dylan in a yarmulke singing, I ain't gonna work on Moishes's kibbutz no more. Imus also doesn't waste a lot of money on pledge gifts. No T-shirts or beer cozies. At the Chabad, we offer for a $180 donation a dancing rabbi hat and windbreaker. And for $3,000, we give you a portrait of the Rebbe himself. Although I can't see there being an oil painting of the I-Man with eyes that follow you around the room being all that popular. And thank God, there's never the uncomfortable emotional outburst at the end when the overcome host weeps with gratitude for support. In fact, donate now, because the more money Imus makes for the ranch, the less of a chance that today, when it's all over, he'll sit on a stool in one with a pin spotlight on him, singing, I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. Springfield, Missouri. America wants to know. Arthur Lorenz died in his sleep in 93. Just when the hell did he go to bed? Your thoughts?
Larry King here in the Imus Morning Program, 17 after the hour, and the final couple of hours of the Radiothon for the Imus Cattle Ranch Kids with Cancer. The TCF and the CJ Foundation folks, call us at 1-888-284. You call me at IMUS, which is 4687 on your phone. You can also pledge $1,000 and have your name in the big book in the library, linked with right next to Charles' plaque there, as we are commemorating the library at the Imus Cattle Ranch for Kids with Cancer out in Ribeiro, Mexico, in Charles' name. And by the way, back in 1998, when we raised $9 million in 6 hours on the radio, it's a different economic time then, selling all those acres of the ranch. Charles bought the first acre in honor of his parents' name, and Leslie and Winifred, their name is it's acre number 1 on the AT&T horse barn. Been there for all these years, and we etched their name in stone and sent the foyer in the Imus Ranch House, Leslie and Winifred McCord. Now they're backstabbing. Well, that's not necessary, Don. Their backstabbing son's name.
That's hurtful.
Will be in the library, and it deserves to be there as well. Charles Everett McCord. So call me now, 1-888-284-IMUS. We, by the way, have $1,000 bid on that dope Brokaw's cowboy boot that he sent me. It's remarkable he can sell an NBC newsman's cowboy boots on Fox and WABC radio for anything. But so Brokaw was one of the people who bailed on me when I got fired, which he shouldn't have done. Doesn't mean I shouldn't have been fired. I should have. But
yeah.
But we've since made up, and
good.
He wants to do the right thing, and so he's sort of doing that. Well, not sort of. He did do that. So call now, 1-888-284-IMUS 4687. This half hour sponsored by Linda Mood Bell. It's 19 after the hour.
This is KCAA.
Am I supposed to read here, Charles? Yes. You want to play? Charles is going to play the piano while I read. What am I supposed to read, Lou?
It's Linda Mood.
Okay, another success story from Linda Mood Bell Learning Processes. A parent whose son diagnosed with autism wrote, David struggled with socializing, expressive language, critical thinking, comprehension. I like that, Chuck. What'd I say? He went from failing to passing only 8 weeks of intensive instruction. David has benefited so much from the Linda Mood Bell program. Call Linda Mood Bell now to get 50% off testing, 10% off the first week of instruction. Planet Fitness, one of the fastest growing private businesses in America. Planet Fitness has made plans to expand into Fresno, California, home of Freedom Ford in Little Rock, Arkansas. They're looking for retail locations. If you have 15 to 25,000 square feet of space that you'd like Planet Fitness to consider, or if you want to be a Planet Fitness owner and become the entrepreneur you know that you were born to be, call Mark Christie right now at 603-750-0001. 20 minutes now after the hour. This is the morning program. We're in the final hour and a half of the Imus Imus Radiothon for the Imus Cattle Ranch Kids with Cancer, the Tomorrow's Children's Fund, and the CJ Foundation, folks. The number to call is 1-888-284-IMUS, I-M-U-S. We're coming up on $700,000. We have a bid of $1,000 for Brokaw's Dopey Boots, which is, they're Justin boots, by the way, size 12. They have mud on them from Montana that Brokaw claims that he wore, which I seriously doubt that Tom Brokaw wears a size 12, but he claims he does. So he was nice enough to give us the boots, and he's trying to help and make up for being a backstabbing worm, which he's pretty much done. 1-888-284-IMUS, 4687. This half hour of the Radiothon is sponsored by Linda Mood Bell Learning Processes. An old Nancy, she was raised on a cattle ranch, and she founded Linda Mood Bell, and it's a wonderful, I'm not saying that because they sponsor the Radiothon, but why would I? And they're responsible, but they're a wonderful organization, and they do phenomenal work on teaching kids with autism and other learning disabilities and so on to read and improve their cognitive powers and all that. And here from the New York Learning Center is Jen Egan. Good morning, Miss Egan.
Good morning.
How are you?
Nancy says hello. She feels a really strong affinity for the ranch. You know, we've all unfortunately lost people to cancer, and it's the work that you're doing at the ranch is fantastic.
Nancy raised on a cattle ranch herself. So.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
so,
right.
Well, how are things at the Learning Center? How are you guys doing?
Things are great. You know, I was thinking about you earlier when I was listening, and you were talking about how when you have cancer, people perceive you differently when they think, there's all these things you can't do, and it's really similar for our kids. You know, they come, they have often another diagnosis, children with autism, children with dyslexia, and what we do at the center is also pretty intensive. It's 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. One-on-one instruction, often for as many as 6 weeks. And, a lot of parents, people, they always think, my son, he's got autism, or my son, he's dyslexic. He can't do that, But they can, and they thrive, and they do so well. One of the things we find with kids that come to the ranch and diagnosed with cancer and so on, they have all these other problems, don't they?
Yeah, we've noticed in the last, I'd say, 4 years now, every group of kids, we have kids that are now obviously their first diagnosis of cancer, but they have a diagnosis, some with autism, Asperger's, or on the spectrum, PDD, a lot of the ADD, ADHD, bipolar, depression.
Absolutely.
We see it. It's very common now.
The good news, of course, is that all of these things can change. As they develop more technologies for imaging the brain, they can see that brain activity can absolutely change when given the right stimulation. And that's why what we're doing with intensive instruction is so important, and why giving people the experiences like you're giving them at the ranch is so important.
Jen Egan from the New York Learning Center for the Linda Mood Bell people, thank you. Thanks to you and everybody at Linda Mood Bell for your support. Thank Nancy as well. The number to call is 1-888-284-4687. You can contribute $1,000 in Charles' name. We'll put your name in the big book, chain it to the floor next to the plaque that we're going to erect for Charles there in the library at the Imus Cattle Ranch for Kids with Cancer out in Rivera, New Mexico. It's 29 minutes past the hour. Time for a Bernie briefing. sponsored by Planet Fitness. Here with that is Bernie McCord. Good morning, Mr. McCord.
Good morning, Chief, from the Small Business Authority studios. And believe it or not, Donald Trump has surfaced. On Monday, he issued a statement saying congratulating President Barack Obama and the United States Armed Forces on killing Osama bin Laden. He was at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in Manhattan yesterday.
Hey, Bernie.
He's got a haircut. Yes, sir.
We're going to have to go to these jobless numbers on the Fox Business Network.
Oh, yes.
But because they're coming up at 8:30.
I'm just glad I'm
Eastern time.
I'm not one of the unemployed.
What were you?
By all means, go right ahead, Chief.
Well, no, but I mean, who do we have? Bigfoot's going to do this?
Connell could throw it to Rich Edson, who's live at
Why don't I throw it to Connell now?
So we have exactly 10 seconds to go, and Rich can't speak about it at all, the way it works at the Labor Department until they release the number. Expecting it to be up about 180,000 in terms of non-farm jobs, and the unemployment rate is supposed to stay the same. What'd it do, Rich?
244,000 jobs added, Connell. 244,000 jobs added in April. Unemployment rate increases to 9%. 244,000 unemployment rate adds 9%. The private sector added 268,000 jobs, the best performance in the private sector since February of 2006. The government shed 24,000 jobs. The labor force increased by only 15,000. We do have some revisions, Connell. In February, 41,000 jobs more added in that month than first reported. And in March, 5,000 more jobs added in that month than first reported. That's an increase of 46,000 jobs over the last 2 months as far as revisions are concerned. Yeah. Long-term unemployment, those who have been unemployed for 27 weeks or longer, fell by 283,000 people. Those unemployed for 5 weeks or less short-term added 242,000. The average weekly hours held steady at 34.3, and the average hourly earnings increased by 3 cents to $22.95.
All right, Rich Edson from the Fox Business Network at the Labor Department. We'll do more of that on television coming up. I remember that's a pretty good number, 244,000 jobs added.
Well, thank you very much, Colin Shane. Thanks, Rich, as well. It is 31 minutes past the hour here in the Ibis Morning program. We're going to do some commercials, and Charles is going to play the piano. 1-888-284-IMUS 4687 on your phone. Well, I'm so irritable this morning that I just don't know if I can recover.
The bailout program for boring radio. Imus in the morning. This is KCAA.
Back to the breaking news on the April jobs report that Rich Edson just...
A mere 7 years ago, a seemingly normal couple sat at their kitchen table and came up with one of the most frighteningly entertainment ideas ever perpetrated on the American people. Charles McCord providing the musical bed for this commercial. You know any blues songs, Charles? No. Monster Mini Golf, a cool business concept. Fun for all ages, inexpensive. They took the 50-year-old proven concept of mini golf, moved it indoors, added black lights, and did what mini golf needed, brought it into the 21st century, made it cool. Now, after 7 years, over 25 franchise locations nationwide, the founders of Monster Mini Golf looking to expand this frightfully fun concept. So, looking for prime territories around the country? Go to monsterminigolf.com, check this thing out.
Hi, I'm Barry Sloan, President and Founder of the Small Business Authority. Independent business owners and IT professionals, we have over 100,000 business accounts, and we're here to become your trusted advisor. Come to our cloud offering. Today, data security and technology solutions are vital to your business. Come to the Small Business Authority. Come to our cloud at thesba.com. Server huggers, give it up. Trusted advisors, leave the Amazon. And GoDaddy, keep your shirts on. Go to thesba.com or call 1-855-2-THE-SBA today. Are you tired of paying for bandwidth and storage that you don't use? Who takes care of your servers? Who takes care of your critical business software and applications? Independent business owners or IT professionals, our cloud is for you. Great products, greater service with a real live human being to talk to in English or in Spanish on American soil. Don't hesitate. Don't delay. Visit thesba.com today.
Good morning, it's 7:34. I'm John Watanabe with your local Inland Empire news update. The Redlands Fire Department is investigating the cause of a suspicious vegetation fire that burned half an acre Wednesday evening before firefighters extinguished it. Firefighters responded to a call reporting the fire about 7:20 p.m. near the intersection of Sylvan Boulevard and Judson Street. Arriving units found the fire in the river wash, burning bamboo and other vegetation, according to Redlands City spokesman Carl Baker. No injuries were reported and no structures were damaged. The cause of the blaze is under investigation, but is believed to be arson. A Corona man has been jailed on suspicion of possessing forged U.S. currency. 36-year-old Alfred Gary Castaneda Jr. was booked into the Presley Detention Center in Riverside for investigation of forgery. His bail was set at $5,000. Castaneda attempted on March 29th to pass a counterfeit $100 bill at a Target store in Corona. A sales clerk questioned the bill's validity and Castaneda fled. Surveillance tapes led investigators to identify Castaneda as their suspect. He was found at a Corona motel with several counterfeit bills of various denominations. In case you missed our live coverage last night in California League Baseball action at Arrowhead Credit Union Park in San Bernardino, in the final game of a 4-game series, the Inland Empire 66ers lost to the Stockton Ports by a score of 10-3. The Ports won 3 out of 4 games in this series. Currently 58 degrees in San Bernardino outside our Carousel Mall studios. I'm John Watanabe on AM 1050 and KCAA Radio.com.
Butterfly Jungle at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. Come see the transformation of a tropical aviary into a paradise for thousands of brilliant winged animals at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, running April 9th through May 8th. This year, enjoy Butterfly Jungle for 1 week longer as you try to spot each different species of butterflies, including this year's new additions, the African moon moth, the blue diademed, and many more. Try on winged antennae and compound eyes and taste butterfly nectar at the What It's Like to Be a Butterfly at Flightline Plaza. Meet other invertebrates up close, including hissing cockroaches, praying mantis, and ladybugs. Find the emperor scorpion, backed by popular demand, at the entrance of the hidden jungle. And if you dare, taste a bug. That's Butterfly Jungle at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park, April 9th through May 8th.
This is KCAA.
All right, it is 23 minutes till the hour here on the Imus DeLorean program. We're in the final hour and a half of the 22nd annual radiothon for the Imus Cattle Ranch Kids with Cancer. The TCF and the CJ Foundation for SIDS. The number to call is 1-888-284-IMUS, 4687. We are at $718,784. You can donate. Hey, that's pretty good. You can donate $1,000 in Charles' name at 1-888-284 IMUS. He'll be forever memorialized along with Charles there in the library at the magnificent Hacienda at the Imus Cattle Ranch Kids with Cancer out in Ribera, New Mexico. You can also go to imus.com to look at all these various auction items. And, of course, the baseball signed by Pete Rose and Paul Horney is still available. This half hour is sponsored by Mohegan Sun, owned by the Mohegan Tribe, one of the largest, most distinctive and spectacular entertainment, gaming, shopping, and meeting destinations in the country. Well, it really is. I mean, it started out, they had a Quonset hut and a bingo table up there about 25 years ago. And now, when you drive in there on Mohegan Sun Boulevard there in Uncasville, Connecticut, it's exit 76 off I-95, by the way, it looks like you're driving into Albuquerque, New Mexico. I mean, it's magnificent. Anyway, we'll talk. Mitchell Addis runs it, of course, and the tribe's there watching Mitchell. Make sure Mitchell doesn't wind up owning it. Anyway, we'll talk to Mr. Addis coming up here in just a second. He's the president and CEO. But on the phone, the great one, one of the most popular talk show hosts in the country, Mark Levin. Good morning, Dr. Levin.
Imus, how are you, my friend?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
Good, good. It's nice to see Deidre. I've never met Deidre. And Wyatt. And Charles, I'm really sorry to see you go, man. You're a great guy.
Thank you, Mr. Levin.
And I'd like to throw in my $15,000, and I would like to also say what a tremendous honor it is to be part of this. I mean, you work this day in and day out, as do many of the folks sitting there. I just show up one day and write a check. But I want to thank you very much, and Deidre and your family, because I know you spent a lot of time on this, and I cannot imagine the heartbreak of losing a child or having a child with such terrible inflictions. So, I miss you. You're a tough guy, but in your heart, I know you're a soft guy too. So God bless you, man.
Don't start blubbering on me here, okay, Levin?
I got to blubber on you. Got to blubber on somebody.
That's very nice of you. Thank you very much, Mark. Mark Levin, in the Happy Morning program. I really appreciate that. One of the things we've noticed, not to be maudlin about it, but about these kids who come to the ranch, there have been well over 1,000 kids there now, and when we founded this back in 1998, we didn't think about that there were kids who would come to the ranch and then they would die. Yeah. And there have been a number of them. And, in fact, the first kid who passed away was Devin Kirshner, and we memorialized Devin we built a park in his name. Actually, that was old Fred's idea, our crazy brother down there in Tucson. We built a park with Perry figured out a way for running water and all that stuff. It's a magnificent facility there by the sheep barn, appropriately, where my brother spent a lot of time when he was at the ranch.
Yeah, he's a sheep guy, I hear.
Yes, he is. And
a goat guy.
Yeah, yes, he is. How about them delivering 2 goats a week to Osama bin Laden's condo there? Don't you love that story? So,
I'm just glad he's dead as a doorknob.
Yeah. Well, Mark, thank you very much. You're a good guy, and my wife listens to you. I know. My wife is here.
I'm a huge fan, Mark.
And I'm a fan of yours, too. And, Deidre, don't let them propagandize you with all that McDonald's stuff that I eat. I have it now and then. It's not like I'm rubbing it all over my body.
Well, we probably don't agree with that, but I know that you're a dog lover, and we have the most amazing dogs on the ranch. We have these huge 4 Great Pyrenees. I don't know if you know those dogs.
Wow, sure.
And plus we have a little Norfolk Terrier and a cow dog, a cattle dog, and I tell you, they're very healing for the kids too, and they all have a specific job at the ranch. They're all working dogs, but they also really do take care of the children.
And let me tell you, the gentleman sitting next to you, I want to thank him too. I want to thank all the folks who are not famous, who are not known, who work this stuff day in and day out, and the families that are involved. You have my deepest prayers. You really do.
Thank you very much. Mark Levin, the great one, which Hannity named him years ago. Yep. Mark Levin here in the Happy Morning program. It's coming up on 18 minutes to the hour. Please welcome to the program now the man who runs Mohegan Sun, which has become one of the destination resorts in the country. You know, they have over 100,000 square feet of just space for conventions, right?
Yes, we have 100,000 square feet of meeting space, and you were there for a meeting one day.
And here is Mitchell Edis. Good morning, Mr. Edis.
Wyatt loves. I was just saying, we were talking in the green room. Wyatt was just telling Mitchell how when can he go back to Mohegan Sun.
Hope he'll be back in the fall.
So how are you?
I'm doing great, and congratulations on your retirement. Charles, I did bring a retirement present from the Tribal Council for you.
Well, that's fabulous.
Take with you back to Arkansas. Keep you warm if it's cold there.
Those are the best, those Pendleton.
Yeah. It's a Pendleton blanket.
Yeah.
It's
gorgeous. A special Mohegan design. There's Mohegan, so we'll hope you'll take that and use it well.
You bet.
How's business been with this economy?
Well, business it seems like it's coming back a little bit. Our business is based on people feeling good about not losing their jobs, sure, and their houses maybe worth something. So as those things start getting better, we think our business will get better. But business has been flattening. We've managed to do well. We have a new property, and it's not so new anymore, but Mohegan Sun in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, Mohegan Sun Pocono Downs. That's doing very well. We announced yesterday we're hoping to develop the Concord, Mohegan Sun Concord up in the Catskills. So there's a lot of good things happening. Our team has stayed together, and our employees have really contributed and pitched in to help us get through the recession and the downturn, while keeping Mohegan Sun what it is and still building into the kind of thing that you just talked about.
Well, you've been a loyal sponsor of the program since our days at FAN and, of course, now at ABC Radio, and you've been a loyal supporter of the Radiothon for all these years. So thanks to you, and thanks to the tribe. I'm very close to the tribe, as you know.
Yes, I do.
And and I am being serious. Thank you. No. I thank the tribe, and I know they don't support everybody, but then they're careful about all that, and so are you. So I appreciate it. We appreciate your business, and we appreciate your support here for the Radiothon.
But we believe really that partnerships with people like you and has really helped Mohegan Sun become what it is today, and we really appreciate everything that you've done for us. So it's been great.
You're quite welcome. Mr. Lettuce here in the Imus Morning Program, 16 till the hour. Well, you only have about an hour and 15 minutes to call. 1-888-284-IMUS 4687, or go to imus.com. You can bid on any of the auction items. It's 16 minutes now till the hour.
This is KCAA.
10 minutes till the hour, the final hour of the 22nd annual WABCRadio.com, the Radiothon that we do annually every year here. And just to remind you to go to imus.com to donate today, or WABCRadio.com, or you can simply call 1-888-284-IMUS, which works out to 4687 on your keypad, 1-888-284-IMUS, or you can text the word IMUS to 20222 from your cell phone to make an automatic $10 donation, and you can see all the auction items, a lot of them absolutely extraordinary, by going to imus.com.
And right now, Charles, we are at $750,977.
Wow.
How much time do we have? Free time in this segment, Lou?
A little less than 5 minutes now.
Oh, okay. And it's, Charles told you what you can do, along with calling 1-888-284-IMUS 4687. Also go to imus.com. And so on. Please welcome the Dubois family now. Jan, the mom. Jan, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Get a little closer to the mic,
Good,
so I can hear you. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
The kids going to get you something, or you don't know?
I'm hoping.
All right. Also, Melissa Dubois. Am I pronouncing your last name right?
I'm Melissa. Yeah, you said it right.
How are you, honey?
I'm good.
Haven't I seen you before?
Yeah, I went to your ranch.
Oh, that's right. And Kelly Dubois. Kelly, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine, honey. Have you been to the ranch?
Yeah, I've been 2 times.
Oh, you have?
Mm-hmm.
So are you guys siblings? You have cancer, what?
I had a twin that died of sudden infant death.
Oh, sudden infant death syndrome. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so it was your twin?
Yes.
So what's the difference between you and the goofball here?
We're 2 years apart. Yeah.
Oh, you are?
I'm in 10th grade and she's in 8th.
Well, saying the Wyatt Imus is also with us. Wyatt, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Dad?
Now, you remember both these girls, right?
Yes, they've been to the ranch twice.
Pardon me?
They've been to the ranch twice.
Okay. Did Wyatt try to sneak in your room when you guys were there?
No.
They didn't?
Dad, why do you go there with me all the time?
No, I just asking them. I'm not talking to you.
It's not funny.
So tell me about your experience at the ranch. Start with you, Melissa.
It was a life-changing experience.
How so, honey?
Well, I won the rodeo, and I learned how to deal with horses, and I met people from all over the world, and I learned so much about everyone, people from France, from Maine, and it was just a great experience.
And Kelly?
It really was an amazing experience. I got to learn how to take care of horses, and I met a lot of new people, and I got to try different kinds of foods, and it was really good.
Did you mind not having your cell phone or your...
I kind of like not having my cell phone because it helped me get away from my friends and everyone for a while.
How did it impact on you, Jan, if at all?
Well, the house was a lot quieter with them gone,
Sure.
of course. But I think it was a great experience for them. I was glad that they had the opportunity to go to another part of the country that they'd never been to. And it gave them a sense of independence. You know, they learned to take care of their horse. The horses that they got all had different personalities, and they had to learn to work with them. They came back with all kinds of stories about the ranch. And as you remember, I chaperoned the
Yes, I do remember
out.
that, yeah.
And I was really impressed with you do a great job with the kids. And both you and Deirdre met me with the kids at the airport, and you could have sent anybody to pick up the kids, but you saw to it yourself. And really hands-on with the kids at the ranch.
I like to drive. We have these Chevy Suburbans. It's 110 miles to the airport. I like to drive them so I can listen to Hayes Carl or Van Morrison or Dwight Yoakam or whatever. So, well, good to see you guys. You guys, you're welcome back anytime. So, Jan, happy Mother's Day, baby. Nice to see you.
I also, on behalf of North Atlantic Industries, a growing high-tech company on Long Island that I work for, they would like to donate a check in the amount of $5,000.
What? You're kidding.
No.
No, you're not kidding. Well, God, isn't that nice? Well, thank you very much. So,
you're welcome.
Nice to see all three of you. Thanks, Wyatt.
Yeah.
All right, it is 6 minutes now till the hour. We go at 5 till, Lou? Is that
Yes, all the way to 55.
Okay, so this half hour, of course, sponsored by Mohegan Sun, Mitchell Edison, those folks. Number to call, we only have an hour left, is 1-888-284-IMUS, 4687 on your phone, 1-888-284-IMUS, or you can text the word IMUS to 20222 on your cell phone to make an automatic donation of $10. Don't forget, go to imus.com. You make donations there as well. And also, you can see all of these various auction items. Charles is going to play the piano for us. And coming up, Charles' final hour here on the Imus in the Morning program. And all that's coming up along with Barney and Company, 5 till the hour on the TV.
This is KCAA.
You want the best hearing aid. You want Siemens high-tech hearing aids, like the new Siemens Pure Carrot. Siemens Pure Carrot is a tiny, hidden, unnoticeable hearing aid that features the best speech clarity in noisy environments. Pure Carrot has no annoying whistling. It automatically learns your hearing preferences. And best of all, Pure Carrot is rechargeable in a more than changeable tiny batteries. Pure Carrot works with Siemens Bluetooth wireless accessory called Minitech. This is actually pretty neat. Minitech is a remote control and an audio streamer which connects your hearing aids up to 7 audio sources, including Bluetooth-enabled devices like your TV, your cell phone, MP3 player, and stream directly into your hearing aids at your preferred volume. Right now, get a $200 rebate on a pair of 701 or 501 level hearing aids. Call 800-724-1264 or go to usa.siemens.com/hearing. That's 800-724-1264 or go to usa.siemens.com/hearing.
You think it.
The quickest way between 2 points or more is AM 1050 KCAA.
Ladies and gentlemen, Imus in the morning.
5 minutes after the hour here on the Imus in the Morning program on the Fox Business Network all over the on the radio, on the Fox Business Network all over the world, radio all over the country. I don't know what I'm talking about. We are at now $786,908. Here on the 22nd annual radiothon for the Imus Cattle Ranch Kids with Cancer, the TCF, and the CJ Foundation. Folks, 1-888-284-IMUS 4687. And, of course, this morning, as we've indicated all morning, this morning is Charles McCord's final morning. Charles has been playing a piano for us, and I just got an email from Dick Cabot, and he says, I miss Charles. He's not even gone. P.S. Why not make some real money and put up for auction the Charles's yellow highlighter that he's been using all these years, and it's driven me insane. But
no.
So anyway, 1-888-284-4687 or go to imus.com. This half hour of the Radiothon is sponsored by Deirdre Imus Pure Green Products. Somebody put up $15,000 and said, anonymous donor, and said we want to sponsor a half hour in Deirdre's name, and the next half hour want to sponsor to the tune of $15,000 in the name of the Imus Cattle Ranch because with cancer. Joining me on the line now, and one of the premier sports writers in America, big-time novelist, written a number of New York Times, #1 bestsellers. He begins his own radio program at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.
That's great.
In the afternoon on
1050 ESPN Radio.
1050 ESPN Radio, which is here in New York. Mike Lupica joins us now. Good morning, Mr. Lupica.
Good morning, Mr. Imus, and good morning to all the Imuses and Mr. McCord. I was just thinking that other than the host of the program, I have probably known you longer than anybody there, and I just wanted to salute one of the great partnerships in the history of broadcasting and tell you that I love you and I'm going to miss you. And I just one other thing. Now that you're free to write your book, Charles.
Yes, sir.
Would it be a big problem if I just faxed over some non-disclosure forms before you go today?
No, I never made Charles sign a confidentiality agreement, which I should have done.
There will be no book.
Thank you, Loopy. Good luck on Monday, by the way.
Thank you. God bless you, Charles.
Thank you, Mikey.
It's coming up at 8 minutes after the hour. The final hour you can call at 1-888-284-IMUS 4687. This half hour is sponsored by Deirdre Imus Pure Green Products. We'll talk to her and Wyatt Imus coming up. It's good to see the Dubois kids, wasn't it?
The what?
What are their names?
Dubois is their last name. The Dubois family.
You said Dubois. I didn't know what you're talking about.
Wasn't it nice, Wyatt, to see the little children?
Yes, it was.
Well, he tried to act all cool because he actually, they like each other.
No, Mom.
What?
You don't need to go there.
Well,
I thought one of
the problem is with this.
The sisters and
Dad, I'm going to leave. I'm not serious with you right now.
What?
I'm not joking around right now. Stop it.
Well, what's fun?
I'm not joking around right now with you. Stop. This isn't funny.
Well, they're still here.
Well, I'm not trying to be funny. Which one of them likes you? Or are they both there?
I don't know.
Oh,
well,
you could turn this into a Hayes Carl song. They both like you.
He wants to know if he could go to lunch with them this afternoon. Oh. I thought you did.
Do you realize we are on TV and radio?
By the way, Barney and Company's coming up here on TV in about 20 minutes after the hour.
Yeah.
They will be on the radio until close to 10 a.m. Eastern Time. 1-888-284-IMUS. Charles has a little news. Warner will have sports. Bernie will have a briefing. Now let's start with checking the news now. Good morning, Charles.
The developing story, man, the big headline of the hour, Al-Qaeda itself now confirming the killing of bin Laden, and also warning at the same time of retaliation, saying, and this is their quote off an internet statement, that happiness will turn to sadness for Americans. Confirmation comes in an internet posting on militant websites signed by something that they're calling the general leadership of Al-Qaeda. And they say that this announcement out opens the way for the group to name a successor to bin Laden, most likely his deputy, Dr. Ayman al-Zawahiri, now the most prominent figure in the group. The statement was dated May 3rd. First by the terror network since Osama was killed Monday by the SEALs in the raid on his lair in Abbottabad, Pakistan. And the statement's authenticity could not be immediately independently confirmed, but it did appear on websites where the group traditionally puts out its messages.
This portion of the Imus Morning program and Radiothon, but particularly the program, sponsored by Larry Flint's One Nation Under Sex, available wherever books are sold, and with that outfit that Mrs. Imus, your mother, has on this morning, we could send her over to the Hustler Club. And Charles continues.
As details emerged about a possible attack on the 10th anniversary of 9/11, President Obama is scheduled today to meet with the men responsible for collecting all the intelligence during the raid on the compound. The president is to meet with members of the Navy SEAL team involved in that operation, the latest in a series of events for Mr. Obama that included, of course, the very quiet and dignified, sober, somber stop here at Ground Zero yesterday. A senior administration official saying that Obama and members of SEAL Team 6, that this is going to take place at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and that it will be a private meeting, after which, though, Mr. Obama is expected to have something to say to the troops in general, but a very private meeting with SEAL Team 6.
Coming up on 11 minutes after the hour here in the final hour of the Radiothon, the 22nd annual Radiothon for the Imus Cattle Ranch for Kids with Cancer, the TCF and the CJ Foundation for SIDS. The number to call is 1-888-284-4687, or you can donate at imus.com. Remember, you can donate $1,000 in Charles' name. We're going to inscribe your name in a book we're going to chain to the floor there at the library at the Imus Cattle Ranch Kids with Cancer out in Ribera, New Mexico. And the library will be memorialized with a plaque dedicated to Charles E. McCord. His parents have been memorialized as acre number 1 on the AT&T horse barn and in the foyer of the hacienda. 1-888-284-IMUS 4687 is what that translates to in the keypad. Time for sports here at almost 12 minutes after the hour. Warner Wolf Sports sponsored by P.C. Richard & Son for the gifts that Mom really wants. What do you ever decide what you wanted for Mother's Day?
No, I thought, Wyatt has been asking me, but I thought, he should just come up with something, shouldn't he? Should I be telling you what?
Yes, because I do not know what to get you.
Yeah, well, we know how you are, though, too.
Dresses?
Yeah.
Did you just hear what he just said to me?
No.
He said, do you want another one of those skimpy dresses?
Now, you're starting to get a little ways down the road here.
I know.
But maybe we can start putting on some clothes. So.
Well, don't chip in for
You
that.
do look good, but...
Oh, wait, is there an age cutoff where you have to start wearing a burqa or something?
16.
Or a turtleneck?
Yes, about 16, according to Wyatt. It's 12 minutes after the hour. Here's Warner Wolf. Good morning, Warner.
Good morning, Iron Man. Broadcasting from the Small Business Authority studios. NBA Ron Artest will not play Game 3 tonight, suspended for clotheslining J.J. Barra with 24 seconds to go in Game 2. Meanwhile, the Lakers' Andrew Bynum publicly criticized his own teammates, telling the media, we don't trust each other. Here was Kobe Bryant's comment on Bynum.
What the hell do I care? I mean, it means nothing. Whether you said it or not doesn't really mean a damn thing. You just got to win a game.
Oh,
How great is this, Lou?
That's
great.
Come on, teamwork.
Where's your Kobe Bryant now?
Baseball, Tigers take 3 out of 4 from the Yanks. Red Sox lose. Halliday and the Phillies sweep. The Mets beat the Giants. Chin Lung Hu played second base for the Mets. So who was on second? And, oh, wait a minute.
I was waiting for that.
Let me just...
Let me see that coming to Warner.
Somebody had to do it.
I had to wait till he started a game. It took the middle of May. Oh, Donald Trump, who was going to drive that lead car in the Indianapolis 500, he's pulled out of the race, saying it would be inappropriate because he may be announcing his intention to run for president.
Oh, God.
What a carnival.
Come on.
What a carnival.
Get in that car.
I'm fine.
I can't
blow his hair off.
This is not one of the best
14
cars
minutes
ever.
after the hour. There, the Imus in the Morning program. The final hour of the 22nd annual radiothon for the Imus Cattle Ranch Kids with Cancer. There's a TCF and the CJ Foundation for SIDS, folks. 1-888-284-IMUS-4687. Please welcome now to the Imus Morning program our old friend, I haven't heard from him in some time, but our old friend, Bill from White Plains.
Oh.
Morning, Bill.
Good morning, I-Man. It's Bill from White Plains.
Yes.
Charles is leaving, huh?
Yes.
I think I'm qualified to replace him.
Well, we already have a replacement, Bill.
Who?
Connell McShane.
That kid? What is he, 14 years old?
Yeah, something like that.
This isn't like the old days when you hired those 14-year-old interns, is it?
I don't think we need to talk about that with my wife sitting here. Do you, Bill?
Well, I think I'm more qualified, I-Man.
Really?
I have a vociferous appetite for the news.
Oh.
I love dogs, just like Charles.
Sure.
I dye my hair just like Charles. And just like Charles, half the time, I hate your guts. But I really want to congratulate Charles. You know, it's so much nicer when somebody leaves his career early as opposed to hanging around. Is there anything sadder than when people know that it's time to say goodbye, but you can't? You just stay there day after day after day. So congratulations, Charles.
Thank you, Bill.
I have a poem for you.
Oh, God, I love these poems, Bill.
Roses are red. Violets are blue. Charles is leaving, so he won't read the news anymore.
Well, it doesn't rhyme, Bill.
No. Good talking to you, I-Man.
Bill from White Plains here on the Imus in the Morning program. 1-888-284-IMUS-4687. It is 16 after the hour. Did we do sports yet, Warner?
Yeah, we did. Can I just say goodbye to Charles?
Oh, of course you can.
Well, I'll tell you what, Charles, you know I'll miss you very much.
Thank you, Warner.
And we started together in 1965, WTOP Washington. The only thing is I'm a little concerned about Connell McShane sitting in your chair.
Yeah.
Because the only thing they have in common are their initials.
Right.
And that was it.
That's it.
Good talking to you, man.
Ring the bell.
Well, it wasn't like, Warner,
Yeah.
It wasn't like I was either given a lot of notice or a choice.
No.
If you want to go down that road. 17 after the hour. 24 after the hour here in the Imus and William program. Very good, Charles.
Thank you, man.
It is 24 after the hour. We are at $800,366 here on the 22nd, the final hour here of the 22nd annual Radiothon for the Imus Cattle Ranch Kids with Cancer, TCF, the CJ Foundation, folks. You can call 1-888-284-IMUS-4687, 1-888-284-IMUS-4687. I understand the lines are swamped, but there's plenty of operators on it, stuff, all that. So call, and you can also text the word IMUS, I-M-U-S, to 20222. Once again, just briefly, I know we thanked him already, but Leslie Slender from WABC Radio, Bob Selman, who works for Imus Ranch Foods and has worked for us for 25 years, just did a magnificent job putting this together, and it's run as smooth as it's ever run. And so thanks to both of them. Leslie did yeoman work and is a marvelous, not only promotion director, but just is always so enthusiastic and about all of this. So I appreciate it. I'm stumbling around here, but I appreciate what she did also with Bob and everybody else. So 1-888-284-4687. Please welcome now on the phone here from Phoenix, Arizona. Is that where you guys are, Natalie?
Hi.
Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm good, sir.
Natalie, Laurel, and your mom, Sherry. Sherry, how are you?
Good, sir. How are you this morning?
I'm fine. So Natalie, of course, been to the ranch a couple times, right, did you?
Yes. Hi, Natalie.
Hi, Mrs. Imus.
And Wyatt's here, too.
Hi, Natalie.
Hi, Wyatt.
So, Sherry, tell me about Natalie's experience of coming to the ranch and all that.
Natalie was always told during treatment of what she can't do. And one of the things that you provide at the ranch is everything that she can do, which was a life-changing experience for her. Finally being told that she can do anything that she puts her mind to. And all the belt buckles that she has on her wall right now is a testament to that. She came back a new person.
One of the things I made the observation when I saw Natalie is that any place that she would have gone, a camp or anything else, maybe it's because we don't know any better, but I can't imagine any place that would let Natalie pet a horse, let alone put her on one.
Well, Natalie has a balance issue due to her brain tumors. We call her our drunken sailor because she does walk like she's had a little too much. And you're right, people are afraid to let her do things. Unlike you, who just put her on a horse and let her go, which is exactly what she needs because Natalie can do anything.
Oh, well, she was.
In fact, when Natalie, because when she was there, the doctor that was there with us didn't want her to even be around the horse. Remember, right. There was that whole issue. Now, I don't know if you remember that, Natalie.
Yes, I do remember that.
And you have such a strong will, and you were not going to give up. I mean, you made that decision, too, because I remember your face even. You were not going to give up. I remember the competition even where you fell a couple of times.
Yes.
To say the least, and you got up every time and you finished. It was extraordinary to watch.
We have a rodeo competition at the end of every go-round, and if you were to meet Natalie, well, it's true with people who get diagnosed with these various diseases. It actually was true with me, diagnosed with prostate cancer, which I have no symptoms or anything at all, but I mean, people I know suddenly, people who even should know better, first thing they say, well, how do you feel?
Right, or, exactly.
How do you feel? Can you still get on the treadmill? I mean, it's just idiots. So, so we tell the kids that the ranch, nobody goes through life undefeated. Bad stuff happens to everybody.
Sure it does. And it's by Natalie not giving up is what got her through everything that she's gone through.
And we give people like Natalie, these kids, an opportunity to demonstrate to themselves that don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't do something, that you can do anything any other kid can do. And as we've seen through the years, there's been no group of kids, not SID siblings, not cancer kid siblings, no kids who come to the ranch who have no physical ailments, have ever been able to beat a group of kids with cancer in terms of their rodeo times, which is an extraordinary statistics. Well, Natalie, honey, you're always welcome at the ranch. Anytime you want to come back, why?
She'll be there the first go-round.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, great.
Are you coming again this year?
Yes, you can bet on it.
Oh, well, good for you.
That's great, Natalie.
All right, honey. Well, Natalie, thank you. Mom, Sherry, happy Mother's Day, all that.
Thank you.
What's the temperature in Phoenix?
What was that?
What's the temperature in Phoenix?
Hot, 100.
Well, stay inside, and then we'll see you at the ranch. Thanks, Natalie. Thanks, Sherry.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. 29 minutes after the hour here in the I Miss the Wine program. Did I ever show you? Did you ever see any other kid?
I did.
She was bringing people to tears because even the kids in her group were in awe of her because of her will and so determined. And when her mother just said, like a drunken sailor, I mean, literally, that's what it looks like when she's even walking.
She really just...
You want a snapshot of the ranch.
It's unbelievable.
Look at that youngster.
Yeah.
But as is the case with like Jeffy DeArias.
Yes.
They're mentally, they're... So so that's the way we approach it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I know we talked to Donnie's head cowboy there in West, and we all did have some conversations. We're not irresponsible,
right?
About whether to put her on a horse or not, and we decided,
man, look at the result.
Why not?
Remember, she was on Reno, wasn't she, Wyatt?
Yes.
I mean, she was unbelievable. She didn't just do it. She did it really well.
Yeah.
Rode the horse, competed the whole 5 runs.
She didn't even come in last in the competition.
I know.
She beat 2 kids.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, she could walk across the room. I mean, and Reno, by the way, is not a camp horse. Reno is a roping horse that Wyatt took down to Texas to rope with Joe Bieber off of.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we put her on a real horse. So. Well, I mean, it's a great experience for these kids. Been over 1,000 of them there. It literally changes their lives, and you can imagine how this kid gets. Well, probably not made so much fun of anymore. But anyway, 1-888-284-IMUS 4687. This half hour is sponsored by Deidre Imus's Pure Green products. The next half hour sponsored by the Imus Cattle Ranch Against Cancer. Actually, an anonymous donor put up $15,000 per half hour, and sponsored 4 half hours donated to the ranch and to the Deidre Imus Environmental Health Center, and so we thank him for that. It's 31 after the hour.
2-2. KCAA Loma Linda.
Final minutes of the 22nd annual Radiothon for the Imus Cattle Ranch Kids with Cancer, the TCF, and the CJ Foundation. For SIDS, you can call 1-888-284-IMUS, I-M-U-S, which translates to 4687 on your phone. You go to imus.com and donate. We are at $844,257 at this point. We have some great items at imus.com up for auction. Spend a week out at the Imus Ranch. You can bid on that. We have a guitar signed by Johnny Cash. It's a Fender acoustic guitar, black guitar signed by Johnny Cash. You can see all this stuff at imus.com. Also have a guitar, electric guitar from Dwight Yoakam that he played on stage and don't make anymore. And he signed that. That's up for auction. We lowered the price on a number of the items. I didn't lower the price on the baseball. That's this baseball. It's signed by Pete Rose. And it says, I'm sorry I bet on baseball, Pete Rose. Also signed by Paul Horning saying, I'm sorry I bet on football, Paul Horning. And the minimum bid on that is $100,000. Now, if you don't want to bid on it, well, obviously that's fine. Don't do anything. You don't need me to tell you that. But then I'll just keep the baseball and auction it off to some drunk at the Imus Ranch golf outing, because it's always. So I sold my pickup. I sold a 56. Was that a 56 Chevy pickup or 54?
I thought it was a 54.
Okay, yeah. For $50,000. So I get $100,000 for this baseball. And Warner thinks the baseball's actually worth a lot more than that. Anyway, say bid on that. And if you don't want that, there's a foursome at the Imus Ranch golf outing. Speaking of that, Yankees tickets, Mets tickets. You know, we're auctioning off front row seats at a Levon Helm Ramble up in Woodstock. Chance to actually meet Levon, go back in the kitchen, smoke some dope with Levon.
Oh, you got to get on that.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Come on.
Just fire up a big old doobie back there with with Levon. So
hang out.
Call now 1-888-284-4687, or you can text the word Imus to 202222. This half hour sponsored by the Imus Cattle Ranch for Kids with Cancer, and we began our 12th, the 13th year.
13, because we remember because I was pregnant with Wyatt, 1998.
Mistake.
Is when we founded the ranch, and he's trying. What's the matter, Bernard?
Well, Wyatt said that was a mistake.
What was a mistake?
According to my father.
Well, no, I'm more or less delighted with you. You're a pretty good kid.
That's nice.
I'll tell you on a serious note, you're a great kid at the ranch. You're a great inspiration to these. I'm serious. You're a great inspiration to these boys and girls because they come out there and every one of them has been told what they can't do. Every one of them has been made to feel inferior. Every one of them has been made to feel like a leper. Whenever these kids get cancer, their peers treat them like they are like they're a different species. They're and your friend Austin, who's been back here to visit you, who's a great kid. He was diagnosed with cancer. He was on the high school baseball team, and because it said cancer on his paperwork, the coach wouldn't let him play. He came to the Imus Ranch, and he won the rodeo. Now, riding a horse and roping a calf is a hell of a lot harder than popping some steroids and being some moron playing baseball.
He's going to go to college, and he's going to do college rodeo and play D1 baseball, too.
So he was able to demonstrate to himself. But you're a great. I mean, I know you're our kid, and I'm not overpraising you, believe me. But you're a great inspiration to these kids because you're vicious in competing with them. You inspire them, and one of the things your mother and I have noticed through the years that whenever there's a kid there who's not doing well, or this, because you are a tough little bastard, but whenever there's a kid who's getting picked on, or there's a kid who's smaller than the other kids, or a kid who's not making it, you gravitate to them. So,
yeah, and you do it without feeling sorry for these kids, just naturally. And there is a distinction between sympathy and compassion and empathy, and we've seen it. That's what you have. So therefore, you treat them just like any other kid. They're no different than any of your other friends, and that's the connection right there. They see that with you, and now you're 12 years old, but the kids are 11 to 17. So, you were a lot younger than the kids for years. And
your mother and I are very proud of you, and I hope you cash in on your bar mitzvah that's coming up here in July. July
3rd.
So call us at 1-888-284-IMUS-4687. Have a little while to donate, and you can bid on all the auction items at imus.com. And this is, of course, Charles McCord's final day here on the Imus in the Morning program. He's going to get in his 1998 Jeep Cherokee with 180,000 miles on it, drive it one last time down to the Bull Shoals Lake. Charles is a wonderful piano player. He describes himself as a piano player, not a pianist, but he really is a pianist. Anyway, Charles is going to play for us now. Something, Chuck? Oh, man, that's pretty good, Bob.
Johnny Green's famous Body and Soul.
That's really great, Charles. Charles McCord here in the Imus Morning program, 16 minutes till the hour. Final few minutes of the 22nd annual Radiothon for the Imus Cattle Ranch Kids with Cancer, the Tomorrow's Children's Fund, and the CJ Foundation for Sudden Infant Death Syndrome. The number to call, 1-888-284, which translates to 4687 on your telephone.
If I'm going to start fixing something on me at my age,
go for that penis enlargement.
I would.
The Wild West of talk radio. Imus in the morning. This is KCAA.
All right, 10 minutes now till the hour here on the Imus in the morning program, in the waning minutes of the 22nd annual radiothon for the Imus Friends for Kids with Cancer. The Tomorrow Children Fund, the CJ Foundation, folks. The number to call is 1-888-284. IMUS 4687. Charles McCord playing the piano. Charles and I met. This is Charles' final morning here in the Imus Morning program. Charles and I met in December of. Did I meet you that first day? December 2nd, 1971. Charles was already at NBC News, and I blew in from Cleveland. And it was after about a year or two we started working together at NBC. And then, of course, I got fired in 1977, I think it was. And a couple of years later, Bob Sherman, I went back to Cleveland. And Charles stayed at NBC. And then I came back in 79. And Charles and I, we were reunited then. And we worked since then. That was owned by General Electric then, and then they sold it to Imus. They sold it to then Mel Carmazan or somebody. And we worked together until I got fired again. Well, we worked through me going to rehab, so. And then I got fired in, when was that? 2008, was it? Oh, whatever. And then Fareed Suleiman hired me to, Brazil Fareed, work at Citadel, WABC Radio, and then Roger Ailes hired me at Fox. So Charles been here along the entire way, and now, of course, the rotten bastard is leaving to go sit by the bull shows like in Arkansas. All these years, Charles has played the piano. One time, what was that thing you played one time? Remember that classical thing? Fantasy Impromptu was a 5-6 minute thing that all the great pianists play. And Charles, it's an enormously difficult piece to play. And well, Charles, you have my phone number, right? Yes, sir. Lose it. We are at $863,430. The number to call is 1-888. What?
Turn my mic on. About time I learned that.
What?
Thank you for your friendship and years of generosity.
You're quite welcome. Do you owe me any money, or did you pay me back?
Finally got even.
Okay. Call 1-888. So Charles, the only friend of mine I ever had to pay me back. Call 1-888-284-4687. We're coming up on $900,000. You can text the word Imus to 2022 from your cell phone, make an automatic $10 donation, or you can go to imus.com. Now the auction items will be up for a few more days, so this half hour, of course, sponsored by the Imus Cattle Ranch for Kids with Cancer. I want to thank everybody, particularly want to thank Fairway Markets. They donated all the food and all that stuff. Also want to thank Planet Fitness for the stuff they did, and all the various sponsors and those people and so on. And also, once again, want to thank Leslie Slender, who did an absolutely magnificent job. And so did Bob Selman, who works for Imus Trans Food and has for, in fact, Bob was originally part of the Auto Body Express with Fred back sometime in the 80s, I think, back in El Paso, and then moved to Santa Fe. And Bob lives out in Rio Rancho, New Mexico now, and he's just a great guy and did a magnificent job. So thanks to him, thanks to Leslie. And Charles, it's been a lot of fun.
Yes, it has, man. Thank you very much.
Good luck with you and your sister. Charles married his sister, of course.
At 15.
And we can get on a jet. Do you have an airport near where you are?
You sure as heck do. So, in fact, you've been in it.
We've landed there.
Oh, is that when we went to Branson?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
That's only 20 miles, 15 miles.
So it'll be a slight appearance fee, but I'll be happy to stop by and see you.
I'll be happy to pay it.
All right. God bless you, brother.
Thank you, sir.
5 minutes down to the hour.
This is KCAA.